Chelsea travelled to Manchester United in back-to-back away games this week. I mean, we haven't won at Old Trafford since 2013, which was a stat that shook me when I first saw it before the game. Andrew, 1-1. I can't help but feel we should have won this game. What were your thoughts?
I don't think we created enough. I can't think of like really that many chances that we had. I thought it was pretty. I think we dominated like possession for long periods. I don't think we did enough with the ball. I don't think we had a lot of great chances or any like major misses. I think they had a couple of pretty significant misses. Um, I came away thinking that like a draw actually in the balance of things was probably fair enough. I think it was a penalty to them.
It's another one that Sanchez has given away, by the way.
Yeah, and I think what they said in commentary was it was quite naive not to pull your arms away because he's nowhere near the ball. Like he's got absolutely no chance of like whipping it past him. So in terms of Hoylandism, I think you go to it and then you like pull your arms away. With VAR now, even if the pen gets given, if he was obviously going over, like he was always going over, you could see from his sort of body shape. And I think it was a bit of a sucker's play to actually make the contact. Don't think he needed to do it.
Well, funny enough, I've said in previous games, I think it was Brighton and potentially Liverpool, that he doesn't put his arms out enough to make himself big. And then, funny enough, he sort of put his arms out and he's going to win a penalty. But like you said, nowhere near the ball.
Yeah, it was a bizarre one. I think it was a good strike from Caicedo.
I was just about to say, your man, talk to me.
It's a good hit, mate. It's what he's got in his locker. He showed it last season with the goal from basically halfway. Like he's just got a bit of everything.
You know what? That goal still firmly cemented in my memory. I
Yeah,
can't remember who it was against, mind you. I don't care. I think it was Palace. I don't know. Bournemouth. Bournemouth was the last game of the season, wasn't it? Yeah, pretty sure it was Bournemouth. That was a great goal.
um,
I
yeah.
couldn't believe he did it, to be fair. I sat there on my phone watching it, and I was just like, "You're fucking kidding me." And Ronnie was like, "What?" I was like, "Caicedo just got a belter. Andrew's going to go ballistic. Loves that boy."
I back him. I think he's been one of our better players this season.
Do you know what? I'm hearing so many people talk about how good he's playing at the moment.
Yeah, he looks a lot better with Lavia next to him because he's got someone else that defends. So he's
Oh,
not
I agree with that 100%. I agree with that 100%.
more than too late to everything because it's just too easy.
As as I've said before, from a defensive point of view, I actually think, and I put him in that category with the defensive bit because he sits in front of the defenders. I just generally feel that there's not enough communication. It's something I wanted to say in the last episode, but I think it's probably still stands in this one, but definitely from the last episode, is who the fuck is leading that defensive line? There is no communication. There is no leader marshalling that defensive line. And I do feel like that would benefit everybody, even Caicedo, in the sense of going like, Caicedo, you go there, or no, leave him, or someone else goes to. Do you know what I mean? Just we've got a good group of players in that first team, whether it's James and James and Gusto or Cucurella as your fullbacks. At the moment, I'd have any one of them playing for us. I think they're doing brilliantly. Fofana and Cole are definitely the first choice. If Tosin had to come in, I wouldn't be upset. And I just feel the one thing that we are missing, and this is really annoying me because Chalobah, I felt, did this when he did play for us last season, is he actually bossed people about and he would communicate and he would talk to people and he would marshal people a bit more. Not saying to the same standards as Thiago Silva or JT, a lot more experience. But I just do not see who's doing that for us at the moment. I feel like that is one of our biggest fucking problems with some of the goals that we conceded. Not the one against United, but I still feel like it's a talking point in there somewhere.
Well, I think that's fair. I think Maresca's even sort of come out and said he needs more from Reece James. I think that's part of it. Like he's too far on the pitch. Um,
I agree, but unfortunately, sorry to cut you off, but sometimes there's different types of leaderships, and if he wants someone that's vocal, that's not Reece James.
no. Um, but I'm hoping it will come from Colwell, if I'm honest. I feel like he's the one that needs to kind of naturally step into that place, and I hope that he kind of pulls Fofana with him. because I think this centre back partnership could be our centre back partnership for 8 years. Like if they,
Stay fit.
yeah, if they stay fit, one of them needs to step up, right? Like one of them needs to step up, be vocal, and I do think Colwell is more than willing to be vocal. He's just not vocal to the other teams. He's very vocal with the referee.
And opposite players.
Yeah, so I do think that he needs to kind of step up and fulfill that role, and it'll help him get into the England team as well. So
Well, he's already had a call up.
yeah, he has, but I think that is something that England aren't. Well, England are kind of missing that if Harry Maguire's not playing, and I don't want Harry Maguire to play. So I think if he's going to get in over Gehi, then I think that's something he can add to his game to cement that position.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that completely. I mean, what I'm hoping it is it's a brand new partnership, and they're both sort of getting used to playing together. They're both quite young. Maybe they don't want to tread on each other's toes. But I would like a centre back to be. I don't want Reece James to be that player because he's already a captain. Do you know what I mean? He's already got to do enough. I would like to see a centre back take that position and marshal that defence. Granted, I know JT did it, and I know Thiago Silva did it, but they were exceptional players,
But I think it just makes more sense for it to be a centre back because they're close to the middle of the pitch. It's
and
difficult
they
for
see everything. Yeah,
the other wing backs to hear Reece James in a full stadium, like when someone's shouting at him, right? If the full length, like completely across the pitch, is not going to be easy for him to hear the player. Although it's probably pretty difficult because you've got to face one way. But anyway, I think I do want it to be a centre back. It just naturally usually is a centre back. It feels the most natural. I hope Kit Cole does that.
Oh, do you know, to be fair, mate, if it's Cole, then great. If it's Fofana, then great. I just think someone needs to do it.
Yeah, I agree.
Because think, what was it? Dizazi was captain at one point in one of the games.
Would have been Newcastle.
Yeah, which just shocked me to my core.
Older than everyone else. There's not really anyone else that's it. I mean, I do find it a little bit weird because
Well, Fernandez played.
was he on to the end?
I thought Dizazi led them out. So maybe he didn't start, but I thought Fernandez started. So I don't know.
I didn't realise he led them out. Also, I'm surprised by that because Enzo Maresca goes on about how great Tosin is and his leadership qualities. So I do find that slightly surprising. Yeah. But otherwise, I think we won the midfield battle, and that was kind of the difference in the game against Man United in terms of what you could see as why we're dominant or like have more of the ball. I think we were winning that midfield battle, but I think they were better at just sort of bypassing it. I think at a certain point they started just bypassing the midfield role. Højlund had a really good game. It was very difficult to deal with.
I thought their front three actually started the game on and they grew into the game. And then even I think when they made a couple of subs at one point, I think even they came on and did well. But you are right, they noticed gaps on the wings and you're right, they bypassed the midfield. And we didn't really do an awful lot to stop that, unfortunately.
No.
But from an England point of view, it's good to see Rashford playing well.
Yeah.
Just again, one more thing. It's what's it? It's gone now. Going back to the leadership thing, I do think that is something we need across the board, though, across the pitch. Just expecting someone expecting more from the team with the sloppy passes and stuff. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if we've got anyone really like pressing for accountability. I thought Enzo did it at first, but you are right. At one point, he did start to go a little bit stroppy with the arm flailing. He started doing the Bruno Fernandes rather than the Enzo Fernandez.
About misplaced passes, he gets upset when he doesn't get the ball. I think we've got too many players to get upset when they don't get the ball. We don't have people shouting because that was just a shit pass.
No, I agree, and that's again, that's the problem with the young team and lack of leadership.
It's also a cultural thing, right? Like you
Huh?
build is the cultural thing. Like, you build that into your like team and your culture of the team. But whenever you've had such a like everyone's out and in and out and in, kind of the team is completely unrecognizable from the team 4 or 5 years ago. We're kind of in a position where we need to build that culture, and I don't think that happens overnight. And I do
No,
think,
I agree, but it also comes from having the same manager.
well, yeah, I hope we kind of stick with Enzo, and I
We've
hope
got to.
we build that. But we'll see. But anything's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Especially,
I don't even know who we've got next.
doesn't matter because fucking Martinez's challenge was a disgrace.
It was.
It's ludicrous that they've looked at that and gone like, oh yeah, that's not enough. I'm sorry, he's caught him on his knee and then he's caught him on his other ankle. Tell me that there's no force in that challenge. Like, in what fucking world? He's gone in, stud showing on someone's knee.
The
That is
ball's
just,
gone past him. The ball's gone past him.
it's just a red card. Like, even if he's just standing there and the other player's trying to run past him and he lifts his leg up to there and he catches him on the knee, it's a fucking red card. There's no excuse for it. I know it wouldn't have changed the game. It happened really fucking late, but again, I just want a fucking.
Standards.
I don't want Cole Palmer. Like, I don't want to watch games without Cole Palmer in that team at the minute. I don't. Right? So he needs to be protected and players need to start getting fucking bookings or they just take him out. Especially in the first 15 fucking minutes of the game. If they go for a fucking knee-high challenge, they need to be sent off. Because the same shit happened with Hazard. It happens with probably Saka. Like, it definitely happened with Grealish, where players just catch him constantly. Like, oh, but he's skillful, so he probably didn't mean it. It's a yellow. And you go, no, if he's fucked it up and he's shit, it doesn't matter. Like, if he's fucked up the challenge and he's caught him on the fucking knee, it's just a red card. Like, I don't understand this need to keep 11 men on the pitch. Like, if someone puts in that stupid a fucking challenge, he deserves to get sent off.
No, I agree. It's high. It's nowhere near the ball. The ball's gone past him. Like there is no excuse for it. Like there is no reason for it apart from I've mistimed it and he could have actually pulled out. There's enough time for him to move his leg out of the way. Or his foot, I should say. But I think don't I agree with your point. I think a red card's a red card. It's a red card. Unfortunately, the census is if you send a player off, then the game becomes shit because the team that's now down to 10 men will just sit behind the ball, which, to be fair, I don't want to see, and that doesn't suit Chelsea at the moment. So it's a catch-22. But I do agree with what you're saying about the red card.
You watch your team against City, you watch them, like, basically they play any of the good teams that are, like, away from home. Half of them fucking sit back anyway and just counter-attack.
But we're not City.
We're not sitting. They wouldn't have done it away from home. I think they still would have tried to take the game to us because if United, then they're at home. But like most games, like a fair number of games at Stamford Bridge, I'm actually surprised when teams try and take us on and they don't just sit back behind the ball.
I'm not.
And time wasting starts from minute fucking one. And that's
time wasting starts because they know that we need the ball, and we have to sort of build up play. We don't do anything that quick. It's very rare that we do anything quickly.
4 times you're trying to take quick free kicks to Man United. Didn't fucking do anything. The ref didn't do anything about it. Kick the ball into Garnacho. He's going, oh no, just take it again. Half the time that's a fucking kick, half the time it's not. And you're just like, well, give us a fucking chance to play quickly. Why the fuck are we getting punished because Garnacho can't be asked to move out of the way?
No, but also I've seen it over this season. I don't know what the difference is between when you're allowed to play quickly and you're not allowed to play quickly. Because there are some times when you're allowed to play quickly, and we've been allowed to play quickly, and other teams have been allowed to play quickly, and then there's other times where you're not. And I'm guessing, is it just because the referee wants to have a word? Is that the only thing?
It's a booking or the ref wants to have a word. Like, usually that's the only time you can't take it quickly. And that wasn't happening. That wasn't the reason that we weren't allowed to take it quickly. The ref just didn't let us fucking take it quickly, didn't book Garnacho. There's also situations this season where I don't really understand where, like, I remember it was earlier in the season where Jackson got booked for effectively playing on after the whistle. And then, like, 3 games later, the other team played on after the whistle, headed the ball in the net, and they got a VAR check. And you go, well, hang on, either it's play on and try and score a fucking goal and get the VAR check, or it's a booking because they fucking played on. Like, you can't just pick and fucking choose week in, week out what the rules are on time wasting. And I think you just
Apparently, you can.
but that's a rule that should just be black and white. Right? The player needs to retreat 10 yards immediately. It's not fucking difficult, is it? The player needs to retreat 10 yards immediately. If they're showing them some effort in actually retreating 10 yards at a reasonable pace and the ball hits them, you kind of go, fine, retake the free kick. If they just fucking stand there in front of the ball, it's a booking. If they kick the ball away, if they make any movement to kick the fucking ball away, it's a booking. Like, it's not, it's so simple, and yet refs just kind of go, I'll pick and choose my own fucking rules.
I do agree with you in terms of what you're saying about the what's it called? The getting back. I mean, we're used to it from rugby when we play rugby. And to be fair, you've got to do it in rugby union and rugby league. The whole point of the standing in front of the ball is obviously to stop the quick free kick. Which doesn't make sense because you don't know when and when you can't make a quick free kick.
It's a caution for delay of fucking game. That's what they're doing. They're delaying it. So fucking book them. Like, it's not rocket science. Like, and we've had games where we get 2 or 3 bookings for that, and then we get 6 bookings overall, and we get a fucking fine. And you go, well, United would have got a fine this weekend for FFP and everything fucking else if he booked them when they were in the fucking way the 4 fucking times we tried to take quick free kicks and we weren't allowed to. But for this week, he just decided that doesn't fucking exist as a rule, and they don't get the fucking bookings. Also, Garnacho's then got to be worried about it. The other fucking players that did, I think Garnacho did it 3 fucking times, and because he could do it 3 times, but he didn't get fucking booked the first time he done it when he should have done.
I agree. Do you know he's a little shit? I don't like Garnacho either.
And players are obviously going to do it if they can get away with it. And it only takes 1 booking, and then they kind of go, "Oh, we can't fucking time waste. He's going to book us." It's that fucking simple. And then you can't. Like, fucking Arsenal fans will shut up because Declan Rice got sent off for kicking the fucking ball away. Because he kicked the fucking ball away, and it's a booking. That I don't think you can complain about it if it gets booked. The only reason you can't complain about it is because the other fucking referees don't fucking do it, and then they just pick and choose what they want to do on a game-to-game basis. I get that you can't get every decision right, and there's an element of like what that ref thinks is a foul. That is fucking black and white, as black and white as you get. Either that, or let's stop drawing fucking lines on the fucking offsides, because that's the only thing we care about actually being somewhat accurate in the game of football at the minute. Is offsides. We get the fucking set of compasses out, the fucking rulers and the set squares out, and go like, oh, let's make sure that there's not a fucking hair on his leg out of place just over that fucking line. But the rest of the fucking game, yeah, fuck it. Whatever the ref says goes. Absolute nonsense. We'll make it up as we fucking go along. And we'll wait 5 fucking minutes for some dickhead to draw lines on fucking Microsoft Paint and go, is it that one? Is it that one? Fucking ludicrous refereeing. They bring the game to disrepute. VAR doesn't. The fact there is VAR is a good thing. The fact that they're all shit and can't actually make their minds up between them on what the fuck is what's a booking, what's a foul, and what's a red card, is the fucking problem with the game.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we've always said, or not always, because I think it was a lot simpler when we were younger. But there's too much to read in between the lines, isn't there, now, with like how the rules are worded and things, and they constantly keep changing them. Yeah. Which then confuses the situation. I don't see why they just don't make it as simple as fucking possible, and then just leave them for about 2 or 3 years so everyone can get used to them, rather than swapping and changing rules constantly every fucking year. I agree with the VAR thing. However, I don't like the offside rule. I personally don't give a shit if a player has a foot or an arm or a head or a shoulder in front of the defenders. I personally think it should be your back foot. I honestly think it should be your back foot. As long as you are in line, you have a part of your body that is in line with the defender, you are onside, in my opinion. Like, that's how I would look at it. And then, do you know what? It would probably make life so much easier. most of the calls that you'd have, I think it would shrink the calls, the amount of times you have to get the lines out and check this and check that. I really do. I think it would actually minimize.
I think in 6 months you'd have a drastic reduction in calls, and then
It would be quicker to sort out.
struggle to try their chances. No, because then you still get the fucking ruler out. You go like, oh, is his foot slightly behind? Is that slightly in front? Which ones? You're still going to have the problem if there is a specific point where you're offside and you're not offside, and they're going to want to get that right every single time. I get that it's less likely to be the point of call. Like it's less like, but it only for like 6 months before strikers realise that all they have to do is stick one foot back, and then it's every fucking week you're trying to work out, is that foot there or is it not there?
I think we called that the Ruud van Nistelrooy back in the day.
Well, the Ruud van Nistelrooy rule was just season where all you had to be doing is making some movement back towards.
Yeah.
And the bloke was basically like 20 yards behind the fucking defenders, just kind of like, oh, I'm just. And then Ark running. He's like, oh, what?
Yeah, all of a sudden, he's walking back.
There's part of me that fucking prefer that. At least
You've got Beckham on one wing, Giggsy on the other, running past the defenders with the ball, and then he just turns and runs back towards the goal, and he was onside. It was brilliant.
Yeah, I don't just like someone is always going to find a loophole in the rule. Let them find a fucking loophole in the rule and make the.
You know what? That I think is who we should actually have writing the offside rules. It should be Ruud van Nistelrooy. I generally think if anyone should be writing the rules for offside, it should be that man.
Team over. No, Solomon Kalou, get him to do it. That'd be fun.
Oh, dear Lord, no. Right. Well, are you feeling better after that rant? I don't think I've seen you that passionate about something for quite a while.
I hate them.
No, you are right though. The lack of it is just the lack of inconsistency. Sorry, the lack of consistency that way around. Well, they're consistently bad. But yeah, no, I do agree. There's certain challenges where you're like, that was a red card last week, now it's a yellow card, or yeah, I'm with you.
I think significantly better challenges give it a red. Like significantly better challenges give it a red. Just doesn't make sense to me.
Say that again, sorry.
I've seen significantly better challenges given a red.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. No, I didn't understand the Martinez when I saw it straight away, and I was just like, how?
Livid. Both games, I was fucking livid with the challenges that were going in.
But you are right about Palmer. We can't lose Palmer, and I think teams know that. That's the problem. Because, like I said, there's too much reliance on him and his creativity. If he gets injured, I'm telling you now, I'm gonna be feeling pretty good about my prediction again. At the moment, I'm not feeling good about my prediction where we finish. But if he gets injured, I'll start feeling better about it.
This thing is like, oh, how weird that in games against teams that are in and around us, they've put in some pretty hard fucking challenges and they should have got sent off, didn't get sent off. You kind of go, well, in the back of your mind, you're going, who benefits the most if some of our better players are injured and can't play? Newcastle are probably pretty high on that list. Man United are probably pretty fucking high on that list because they're the ones that are going to probably finish in and around where we're going to finish.
Well, United have got some making up to do. Let's face it; they're still in the bottom half of the table. But I know what you mean. I know what you
mean. In theory, I fucking hope they stay down there. I hope this Amorim thing backfires and they get done for FFP because they get fucking relegated.
Well, I spoke to Russ today.
Huh?
I spoke to Russ today when I went to my appointment. He's a United fan.
Right.
He said he reckons the United players are going to screw him over.
Who? Amorim?
Yeah, because he's not a big name. He just thinks United have got too many fuckers. Literally, that was the phrase he used. Fuckers. In this team, and they're just gonna screw him over. Not giving him the opportunity or the chance.
Basically, fucking signed all of Ten Hag's team from 5 years ago. All the shit one. Well, they signed De Ligt, Mazraoui was there. They signed Anthony, that was at Ajax, not in that good team, or not a big part of that good team anyway. The only one that they probably should have signed De Jong. Didn't.
Well, they've been trying to sign De Jong. De Jong doesn't want to move.
I don't blame him. If you were getting paid 350 grand a week, you probably not want to move either.
No.
I mean, I don't know if Fernandez was there at the time, but Ugarte was definitely at Sporting Lisbon with Amorim.
I don't think Bruno Fernandes was there. I think Amorim came in after Bruno Fernandes left.
They would have done. But Bruno Fernandes isn't one that I think Down's tools. I think he just wants to play football as the best that he can. He gets frustrated that the rest of them are shite.
I think he's overrated, to be honest.
He's a good player. Is he the best in the league? No.
No, I think he's good. I think he's a good player. I think he's overrated, but he's a good player.
I think he's probably leveled out to about where he should be. I don't know. I think they're in a similar position to us where could work. Well, like we were at the beginning of the season, we kind of go reasonable squad. Like there's some okay players in there. They could grow a little bit. Rashford could find some form, and he makes that team instantly a lot better. And maybe that manager will be the one that like unlocks it. Apparently, he plays at 5 at the back, which could help them quite significantly. Although they haven't conceded goals, that's not been the problem. They haven't been scoring them. So yeah, could turn it around. I don't know. I don't know much about the new manager.
No, I don't. That's why I was a bit worried when we were linked with him. Right. I think that's everything for today's episode on United Away. So, as always, thank you all for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button, comment below, and stay tuned for the next episode next week. Thank you for watching.